Hey guys, so in science, we are going to be starting a new unit. So we talked about environment, we talked about ecosystems, which are ecosystems are just different places where animals or living things are at. So, like for instance, a forest would be its own ecosystem, a pond would be its own ecosystem. Different places in the ocean would be an ecosystem. So this for the next couple weeks, 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about food chain or food chains, and we kind of talked about this in second grade during virtual, towards the end of second grade. I know my kiddos did some stuff with food chains. So let's kind of just talk about what is a food chain. So a food chain is a model that shows how energy flows between living things. So they're living things that we're showing the energy that it flows in. So for example, all energy comes, the first thing that you have to have is the sun. So we always start with the sun. And the sun gives energy to the plants to help them grow. So my arrows are showing how the energy is flowing. And so for instance, the sun gives energy to the grass so the grass can grow. Now, let's think of some animals that eat the grass. So animals get energy from what they eat. And so a cow eats the grass, okay? And so the sun gives energy so the grass can grow. The grass gives energy to cows so they can get the nutrients they need. And then in return, we eat the cows because we need energy. The way we get our energy is by food, by eating food. We eat the cows. So say we eat steak. We eat the cows to eat steak. Okay? So we always start off with our food chains to show the model of how energy is flowing between living things with the sun. And then the arrows are showing how the energy is flowing. Well, the sun gives energy to grow plants. The animal, which in this instance is the cow, eats the plant, eats the grass to get the nutrients it needs, the energy it needs to grow strong, to get nice and fat. So then humans, in turn, if I'm going to eat a steak, I get it from cows. Okay, so let's think of another one. I'm going to leave my little arrows. So think about eggs. Eggs. You eat eggs in the morning. So eggs come from chickens. Okay? So the sun gives energy to the wheat that the chicken eats. So they eat grains. Chickens eat grains. They kind of peck grains. And then the chickens are going to eat the grains, and then we get the eggs from the chickens to get our energy. Okay? So, this model is showing the flow of energy between living things. We get the sun gives energy to the food, the plants. The plants give energy to the chickens who are eating, and then the chickens, we either eat chicken, like chicken on a drumstick, a chicken leg, whether we eat chicken breast where we cut up in pieces, or whether we eat eggs. We get that energy from the chickens because we're eating what they're producing. Okay, so what I want you to do is I'm going to give you, I want you to think about fish sticks. If you were to eat fish sticks, draw me a food chain to show the process of me eating a fish stick. So for instance, remember we talked about the steak. We said the cow eats the grass. We eat the cow, and that's how we eat our steak. Okay, so if I was going to eat any type of fish, what would my food chain look like? So guys, just try your best to think about, we're going to start with the sun, then you have an arrow. Think about, what do the fish eat? Then the fish, and then we're going to eat the fish. So I want you to draw me a food chain to show me the energy that is coming from us eating a fish.